We're going to talk about The Bad Batch. It's on Disney Plus. They put out put out one episode for May the 4th.
Ah.
So the 4th would be with them.
Boy, Disney are all about capitalizing.
Of course they are. People got mad at me because I pointed out something that was obvious. I said, I ain't mad about it, but people still got mad. I said, man, so a few years ago, Stan Lee did this whole impassioned speech about coming together, getting rid of hate and racism, and he said, look at this man beside you. That is your brother. Look at this woman beside you. That is your sister. In humanity, in peace and love. Disney took that shit and said, look at this man beside you. He is your brother. Look at this woman beside you. She's your sister. And all of them paid to come see these new Marvel movies that are coming out. Back to the theater, people.
Oh, that promo. Yeah,
That
I did
promo.
watch that. Yeah.
And I didn't even hate on it. I said,
I mean, it's true.
I said, Mickey, you but I wasn't mad about it, but people got mad. Old nitpick Coleman, you can pick a dick as far as I'm concerned. People got mad because I spoke the truth.
Yeah, I watched that too, and I was like, this is crass. I mean, it's nice, but
Yeah.
I see what y'all are doing here.
And people say,
I mean, it's almost like they're taking credit for it. Stan Lee made this speech, and they're like, yeah, isn't he right? And look at what we're doing here.
yeah.
Look at how we brought you together.
Yeah. Make it say, I don't give a fuck about racism. I care about green, bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the race I care about.
Just tried to get mad at me. Debo, I'm gonna call your ass out. I ain't about to go out and check, but Debo said, Korey, you fool. Stan Lee was talking to the Marvel fans. I said, Debo, you obviously, with your stupid ass, you don't understand what I'm talking about. I said, okay, brother. I said, all right. I didn't go up. I said, hey, man, you obviously missed what I said, but okay. They dug this poor man up, took the words from him. He didn't have no saying it. Because I even said, Mickey said, yeah, we took it, and what the Stan Lee gonna do about it?
Right.
But the one thing that will never change is the way we tell our stories of heroism. Those stories have room for everyone.
Okay, so he kind of he's a salesman all the time too.
He has always been a salesman.
Because look, maybe it came back because that fool said, I'm gonna take this tragedy in Charlottesville to tell y'all about how Marvel tells stories.
Man, you laughing, but I've watched him do that live and in person.
Man, you told me a story that had my ass laughing so hard. Tyrese, and they set this shit up.
Yeah.
Stan Lee and Tyrese worked on this shit together.
Yeah, on the same panel at Comic-Con.
Tyrese got up. You could tell that the shit was kind of forced. Tyrese got up and said, hey, Stan, because he said, that young black man in the back right there, sir, stand up. He said, hey, Stan, Tyrese, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Tyrese.
Yeah.
Tyrese of music I've never heard and movies I've never seen him do.
I don't know if they had it set up, but it was one where Tyrese couldn't just ask his question. He had to make it about him because he went on a dramatic speech about
Tyrese did?
Yes.
Of course Tyrese did.
Yes, he did. About these wonderful things you've created and how does it feel to look around this entire Comic-Con and know this is all based on what you've done. And here Stan Lee was kind of like,
He's like,
well, I don't know that it's all just from me. Because after Tyrese said it, he did one of these to get everybody to clap.
Yeah.
But people were like, well, okay, it's not really, Comic-Con's not all about Marvel, but okay. It wasn't all about me, don't get me wrong, but thank you, I appreciate that. But what I would like everybody to do is, thank this young man, and also check out my new show, Stripperella, and the comic book. And like, spun that right into selling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he didn't. But you told me something else. That he came up. He said something to the effect of, you know what, man? I used to read the comics, and I used to love the way that they used to have the sound effects. Somebody punch each other, and they say bang and pow. Young man, I'm glad you brought up sound effects. A sound effect like my new company, BAM Comics, or something like that.
Yeah.
And speaking of my new BAM Comics, we produce a show called
Stripperella.
Stripperella.
Yeah.
Thank you, young man, for making it sound like this subject was accidentally brought up.
Yeah. Yeah. It was all of that. Yeah, because I forgot about the part about Tyree's going on about the sound effects because he had done that first part and he kind of like, all right, he's still talking.
That's why I thought they set up. Man, I used to love the sound effects. Don't nobody get up and talk about no goddamn sound effects.
I honestly didn't feel like it was set up because even Stan was thrown off his game for a little bit.
He get up talking. Everybody talking about the characters.
To his credit, he found an opening to pitch.
Don't nobody get up.
Yeah. Somebody talk about the sound effects. You're like,
Yeah.
yeah, okay. It's the basic tenet of the. Word balloons too, right?
Yeah, boy. Yeah, exactly. Man, I used to love the word balloons. The way people talk to your comics.
I love the way, like, when they talked, it was in a balloon, but when they had thoughts, it was in bubbles. That was my shit right there.
The way people will have thoughts about my new show, Stripperella. On they had thoughts.
Yeah.
Might get up talking about no pow and bang. I used to love them words, man. I used to love pow and bang. Boy, you remember pow and bang? Nobody say that shit.
How'd you come up with that?
It all started when I came up with the word bam. You just start, shut up.